Julien, nice to have you here in Louvain-la-Neuve. Welcome.
Thanks, Hendrik. I'm very happy to be here.
We are, of course, seeing each other here in our headquarters because of Odoo 16 and what follows and what you guys do as a partner. How are you liking the new version so far?
I'm actually loving it. I've really played a lot with the website and e-commerce module, and I've seen that there have been made some big strides on those modules. I still have to check out a lot of the other modules, but I love what I'm seeing.
Loving it so far. Maybe that's also why you guys are here. You guys are very heavily involved with digital marketing. Maybe you could just tell the audience about your role and what your partner company does.
Yeah. So Dear Digital is an e-commerce agency. That means that we offer several services to our e-commerce clients. We do digital marketing, we design and build web shops, and now we also take care of the ERP or backend needs of those e-commerce clients. And for that, we of course use Odoo. My function within the company is Odoo lead. I'm building the team that does everything for Odoo.
Okay.
And yeah, we're trying to get bigger, attract a lot of nice e-commerce clients, and just be the best there is in that sector.
That's a nice ambition for sure.
Mm.
You guys are working with Odoo for a while now, but what triggered you to get into touch with Odoo? What made you choose Odoo as a backend for your clients?
Yeah, so a little bit of a backstory. One of the founders already knew Odoo.
Okay.
So all the founders of our company either had or have an e-commerce company right now.
Okay.
And one of those founders for their previous e-commerce company used Odoo. So
Okay.
we already knew about it. But before we started using Odoo within Dear Digital and provided that service to our clients, we just built web shops and we did digital marketing for those clients.
Okay.
And as those clients grew, we noticed that they were encountering certain issues that couldn't be answered by Shopify or other platforms, and it was really stifling their growth. And so we started looking at, okay, how can we help these clients of ours? And we started looking at certain solutions. Eventually, we recognized that we needed an ERP solution, and we started looking for all those types of solutions. We looked at NetSuite, Microsoft, Odoo, and others. And eventually, we realized Odoo is an obvious choice for several reasons. And those reasons are, one, of course, Odoo is in Belgium.
And awesome.
Sorry?
And awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And awesome, of course. So they are in Belgium, which means that we can just drive 1 hour and a half and be in the headquarters of Odoo, which is a unique experience. But also because they're very modular, they are very SME oriented, which all of our clients are. They're small and medium enterprises. So we needed something that was tailored for them.
Yeah.
And all those other ERP systems weren't, or they have some kind of flavor of SME-oriented suite, but yeah, they weren't built with those types of companies in mind. Odoo was, and that was very clear from the moment that we started using it for our clients. Also, pricing is a very important part still. Clients don't have huge amounts of money always, and we wanted something that could be used for all of our clients, not only the larger ones. So it had to be accessible for them as well. And they had to be able to grow into it, which is again one of the USPs of Odoo, their modularity. So we could get them started with just 2 or 3 modules, and then as they grew and they were incorporating more of the processes into their own business and not outsourcing those processes anymore, which often they do in the beginning, they could just use Odoo for that as well, for their production, or because they have their own warehouse and they want to do the fulfillment themselves. So it just allowed our customers to professionalize their business and also to grow their business.
Yeah.
As they grew, their Odoo database grew with them.
Yeah. And I think that also links to the type of customers that you guys serviced before, but also service now and will probably service in the future. They're all growing fast. They're all growing in a rapid pace.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of our customers grow very fast. Like, for example, one of our first customers who only did 100K at the beginning of COVID is now doing millions. So they're growing fast. Their needs, their problems change fast. There's always new challenges. And also the e-commerce landscape is just shifting as a whole. 10 years ago, you could start a web shop, put some Facebook and Google ads on it, and it worked.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that. You have to diversify your sales channels. So that means that you have to go into marketplaces, do B2B, do B2C. And it just got very hard to bring that all together in one system. And Odoo was definitely the solution for that as well, for that multi-channel approach that all of our clients are have, basically.
Yeah. And from the experience of the founders of the digital, you guys have learned also a lot about what an e-commerce business needs in order to succeed, I guess?
Yeah, definitely. So first, you need something, you need a very sexy web shop. You need very good marketing, but you also need the back-end processes to handle the sales that are coming through. Often, people or e-commerce companies forget that having a nice web shop and getting people on those web shop and getting those people to buy your products on the web shop is only part of the solution. You also need to be able to handle that traffic and fulfilling those packages. So your backend processes are definitely a huge thing, or something to focus on if you want to scale and if you want to scale well. And Odoo just provides the solution for that. In our eyes, at least.
And in terms of specializations that Dear Digital has, you've already mentioned digital agency, e-commerce agency. Is that the type of customers that you guys are aiming for as well, because of the experience and the learnings you've had over the past?
Well, we've thought about branching out sector-wise, but I think currently our main focus is e-commerce clients, just because we know them so well, we understand their problems. If you come to us as an e-commerce company and you say, I have this problem, we probably will say, okay, we've seen this already 5 or 10 times. We know what to do here. So it just builds a lot of confidence towards the client. And also for the client as well, they know that they will be taken care of. So before we start branching out to other sectors, we first really want to perfect this one. I think at one point we might do other sectors, but it's just an afterthought for now.
For the future. And you mentioned perfecting those services, but could you maybe elaborate on what type of services a company can expect if they work with you guys?
So the way we work is we always first take a good look at your company. We first need to understand the way you work. What are your problems? What are your issues? What are your challenges? Because often the client comes to us and they say, I need this. But they're already giving us the solution. But we need to take a bigger look at the problem. So that's why we always do an analysis first, like see how they work, what the problems are, the issues, etc., etc. And then only we can provide with our expertise that we have built up over these years. We can provide the best solution, and not everything needs to be done all at once. That's also a nice thing about Odoo. You can roll out your project in phases. So for example, they say, hey, we need to professionalize our backend processes. We're using Excel, Google Sheets to keep everything together now, but it's just not working anymore. We're doing 100 sales per day or thousands per month, and it's just not working anymore. So we first always take a look at, okay, what's the initial problem? But then we think ahead, okay, maybe you can build a B2B web shop to automate that a little bit more. Maybe We can build an integration with your fulfillment partner to get that talks with Odoo, so that you can automate that stuff as well, and so forth. So our main service is understanding your company, knowing where you want to go to as a company,
Yeah.
and providing the tools to do that.
Yeah.
So we do a really hands-on approach on that part.
Mhm.
And once an initial project has been delivered, we always follow up.
Yeah.
So the initial project is always the first step of the relation. But as we all know, the company grows, the client grows as a company. They encounter new challenges, new needs. So we keep following up with them, we keep helping them,
Yeah.
and we make
Yeah.
sure we also have the capacity to help them. We don't say, hey, maybe in 6 months we can help you. No, we really make that a very unique selling point of us as a digital agency, that we keep on following up the clients and help them with their ongoing needs.
Yeah, and they can come to you for Odoo specific knowledge and learnings and training and of course configuration setup, etc. But next to that, I believe you also have other services, as in you can help design websites, logos, etc. Right?
Yeah, like I said, we call ourselves an e-commerce agency,
Yeah.
and we call ourselves that because we don't just build web shops, we don't just do digital marketing, and we don't just do Odoo. No, we want to be a one-stop shop for e-commerce companies and help them with all of these things that they need to succeed. Instead of having a partner for digital marketing, another partner for the design of the web shop, another partner who is going to develop the web shop,
Yeah.
and then another partner who's doing the ERP on Odoo. No, we do it all because it's all linked with each other in one way or another. And if you would only focus on one thing, then our client would still have an issue with that other part, and we wouldn't be able to help with them with that. So the growth of the client would be hampered because we can't help them with that one thing.
Yeah.
And because we focus on all those things, but within one sector, so we still have that focus, the client is just helped on all those fronts, and they can succeed with our help that way.
Cool, super. Well, it's as I said before, it's great to have you in our partner network here in Belgium. Of course, we talked before. You have customers in France, in Holland as well. But if anyone has questions, I'm sure they can reach out to you or me, and we can get that sorted. But again, it's great to have you in our network, and thanks very much for coming over.
Yeah, thanks, Henrik. It was lovely talking to you.